talking about carts. Yeah.
It's the simple things in life.
Woo! Sing, boy! But yeah, I'm Gary Pope, and this is Late to the Table, where, just like the intro says, this is all about the simple things to make your life better, I guess, when it comes to board games and... yeah, just board games, really. So what you're going to notice later on is that I have two carts, but this video is mostly focused on just one cart, and that is the Whitmore Heavy Duty cart. Now, there are a bunch of reasons why it makes sense to actually own a cart. If you're someone that hosts a lot of events and you bring about a lot of games whenever you go to these events or that your events that you're running, carts are amazing for it. And then the last reason is if you go to conventions and if you really want to bring a cart to a convention, and which is why we're bringing up the Whitmore Heavy Duty cart. Now, for the people in the back, what's the most annoying thing about people that bring carts to conventions? They don't wear belts. Wait, what? That's why would that even bother you if their pants are not falling? But that's besides the point. Alright, so the most annoying thing about people with carts at conventions is that they drag behind them and they take up so much space. Which my other cart is actually one of those type of carts, which is why I'll never dare to bring it out to a convention of any sort. But it has served me very well, but that brings us to the picture of the Whitmore. Now, right off the bat, I love this thing, and it's probably going to be the cart that actually bring to Gen Con because this thing is just so useful. That is, I need to double check if Gen Con even allows these type of carts, but we'll get to that. Now, as you already witnessed from the intro video, this video can hold an overweight man currently going through a weight loss journey. Shout out to you guys that this scale is broken. Keep it up. No, but seriously, this thing could hold up to 300 pounds. And while having the dimensions of 22 inches by roughly about 24 inches, and it's roughly about 40 inches high, it can hold almost anything. And before you go running over to check out your games, no need, we'll go over that stuff. Now, your typical standard like Ticket to Ride size box is roughly about 12 by 12 by, what's this, like 2-3 inches. So this definitely fits in there. But Gary, what about the larger game? Relax, I was getting to that. Now, I had to apologize to you Kingdom Death Monster fans and also your Mech vs Minions fans, but those games will not fit into this cart unless if you put it vertically, unless you're one of those people, which... But big games like Twilight Imperium 4, Gloomhaven, and Cthulhu Wars definitely fit into this with inches to spare as well. And also just to note that this cart is actually collapsible, so it can easily fit for transportation. So there's a lot of benefits with the thing. You can push it in front of you, it can hold up to 300 pounds, it can hold a lot of games in it in various sizes. But I bet you was wondering, why do people go to week-long cons without belts? Why is that such a concern? But I bet you're really wondering, what are the cons of this cart? And just to jump right into it, the biggest con is the price. This thing is $100. And now, while there are cheaper models, which I'll be putting the links to in the description, by the way, these are Amazon affiliate links. If you click on them and purchase the device, or literally actually anything within the span of 24 hours, I do get a commission. It helps out the channel a lot, and just giving you guys that full disclaimer. But those cheaper models are missing some key features. For one, they're not extremely descriptive of how much weight they could hold. I was only able to find one little comment that said that they could hold up to 60 pounds, and they didn't say specifically which model can do that. But at the lower price, there are some that actually have the exact same dimensions, but it's just not as durable. So while it can hold up to 60 pounds and it could hold the same amount of games, it could possibly leave you into a false sense of security. So just to put in perspective, 60 pounds is roughly 3 copies of Gloomhaven, and this thing can hold about 3 to 4 copies of Gloomhaven. So it could lead you into some false insecurity, thinking that you could hold all these games when it's about to fall apart any second. And there's some cool things with the cheaper models too. One of the cheaper models has a basically smaller, in other words, so while it probably can't carry around games like Kingdom Death Monster, well actually the other one can't either, but can't carry around bigger games, it probably can hold a sizable amount of Ticket to Ride style games and smaller games, which actually isn't so bad if you're dealing with a 60-pound limit. But just be warned, like I said, they're not very descriptive on how much weight they can hold, so the smaller model might not be able to hold 60 pounds, it might be able to, I don't know. So at the $100 price tag, this is clearly not for everyone though. But to be honest, for someone like myself, I run events all the time, so at this point for me, it's almost like a necessity. And if you're one of those people that think this is definitely overkill, which there definitely are a lot of you, there are bags that you could get, which I made a video about a year ago, and I probably should update that video. But yeah, you click on it there. Right there, you can click on it. But that's all I have for you this week. Next episode, we're going to be talking about the top 4 tips on how to join a meetup group. And until next time, I'm Gary Pope, and this is Late to the Table, and it's always the simple things that make a difference. See ya.